Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Rolynn's Reviews. It is finally Friday. Woo! Thank goodness. As you enter the chat room, please do me one small favor. Hit that little thumb. That is the like button. That tells YouTube that you are enjoying this information. You're enjoying this channel because I am surely enjoying you as well. All right, as I wait for more people to join the chat, I have a little ditty for you, Maga. And Tijuana's not here, so everyone else has a chance. Oh, my goodness. Just as I thought it was going all right, I found out I'm wrong when I thought it was right. It's always the same, it's just a shame, that's all. I could say day and you say night. You tell me it's black when I know that it's white. It's always the same, it's just a shame, that's all. Well, I could leave, but I won't go, though my heart might tell me so. I can't feel a thing from my head down to my toes. But why does it always seem to be me looking at you, you looking at me? It's always the same, it's just a shame, that's all. Turning me on and turning me off, making me feel like I want too much. Living with you is just putting me through it all of the time. Woo! Let me see, let me see. Who is on it today? Okay, my girls, Phil Collins. Yes, Phil Collins, Genesis, love, love, love their music. Yes. Um, as we get started, I always like to know if you are familiar with the subject matter. And my girls, I know you are. I have to agree. Who did the makeup? It looked totally legitimate. Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and start with the roll call, and then we'll just go on from there. Lord Jammer, how are you? So, Lord Jammer, I agree with you. And that's why on this channel, we're always talking about the hypocrisy. And that's why I wanted to address this. And then I'm going to go back to when this really got started. All right. So, Maga Tamara, how are you doing, love? My girls, Baldwin Birds, Tina, how are you? If you will, folks, share this stream out on your various forms of social media. I won't be before you too long, but I will be strong. All right, we'll go ahead and get it started. Black comedian Druski's Whiteface skit at NASCAR event exposes race hypocrisy, and that's what we talk about here. Um, Jason, how you do? How do you do? I've seen it. It's funny, especially his summer. Yeah, it's funny. Jason, we're just exposing the hypocrisy. If a white person had done this, oh my God, the world would have ended. They would have been canceled. And so that, that's why we are covering this subject matter. So, Lord Jammer, you're absolutely right. Okay. So let's go from the beginning because some of you may not know who this guy is. So, he's a comedian, and his name is Andrew Desportis. He recently garnered significant online attention for a skit at a NASCAR event where he appeared in whiteface makeup, portraying a stereotypical Southern white male race fan. The skit titled "That Guy Who Was Just Proud to Be American" involved him interacting with other race attendees, including drinking beer, singing "Born in the USA," and engaging in racially charged actions like spitting at the feet of Black men and questioning if they were lost at the event. He also wore a mullet, a beard, an American flag cowboy hat, and overalls, completing the transformation. The makeup transformation was notably realistic, reportedly making him unrecognizable to many attendees. And I agree with Maga. Whoever did the makeup, okay, they're the GOAT because it really looked authentic. Okay, I'm just saying. So I hope they have a job in Hollywood. If they don't, they need to get one because they did make it look real. The skit has generated a wide range of reactions, praise for humor and satire. Many viewers found the skit hilarious, praising Druski's commitment to the character and the quality of the makeup artistry. Some deemed it sharp satire and performance art. Type in the comment section, folks, what your thoughts are in reference to this subject matter. Supporters highlighted the skit's satirical nature, viewing it as a commentary on racial stereotypes and a reversal of the historical use of blackface in comedy. Okay. Criticism for offense and stereotyping. Others criticized the skit as racially insensitive and offensive. How you doing, Douglas? Douglas said he's not even funny. Douglas, I'm still watching the old comics, so if you say he's not funny, hey, I'll listen to you. Okay. Um. So the portrayal of a racist stereotype and specific actions within the skit, such as spitting at black attendees and using talks like "you're lost, you lost boy," were particularly condemned as crossing a line. Critics argued it perpetuated harmful stereotypes of NASCAR fans. So tell me, so the NASCAR fans were upset. So tell me what you think about that. Um, um, do, 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 and stereotypes of NASCAR fans and white Southerners, and that it was racist regardless of the race being targeted. Okay. Let me see. My girls, my thing is this: black people boo, whine, and cry about the horrors of racism, knowing how it has made us feel throughout the decades, but then turn around and do the same thing. Boom. And white people aren't supposed to say anything. And that's what we're talking about, my girls. The hypocrisy, the double standards. And that's why we're doing the video. Okay. The skit also sparked discussion about double standards in racial comedy. Some questioned if a white comedian portraying a black stereotype would receive similar acceptance. Druski had previously used Whiteface in a skit portraying a white boy accepted by the hood, which also generated debate. Druski responded to the backlash surrounding the NASCAR skit with an Instagram video asking, "Am I canceled?" As of September 5th, 2025, which is today, there were no reports of canceled sponsorships or tour dates. How you doing, Agent Orange? P. Greg B., how are you? Tina, I just wish people would get over the racism. Yeah, and unfortunately, Tina, they just have to keep stirring the pot. My girls, I don't blame them for being upset. It's mind blowing how they feel they should be able to get away with causing the same pain toward white people. And my girls, that's what we're saying, the hypocrisy. Um, uh, Agent Orange, P. Greg, let me know if you are familiar with this subject matter, please. It is finally Friday, and we are going to let our hair down. Does anyone know where this all started? I mean, where it just really and I can go back. Obviously, I remember when Jimmy the Greek was canceled, and I had watched him when I was a kid because of the statements that he made. So white people, they say something and they're canceled. Black people are all over social media saying plenty of things, and no one says a word. So my girls, you're right, and we can't argue with that. Okay, Lord Jammer. P. Greg, you didn't know. Okay, yeah. So this went viral, P. Greg, and I'll take this down. Does anyone know where we really started to cancel people? I'm going to put it up for you, but I mentioned it in a prior stream, and I want to see how far you remember back. My girls, everything that someone laughs at isn't funny. Okay, my girls, good point. Does everyone know where they really started all of this cancel culture? Someone tell me. I'm going to put it up for you, whether you tell me or not. I did mention it a couple of videos ago. Does anyone remember? Okay, no one remembers. How you doing, Mayor? Hit the like button, love. Thank you so much. Okay. I will put this up on the screen for you. Anyone remember Don Imus? Anyone remember him? I remember that. because I used to watch Don Imus. Remember that? Matt, My Girls, Jason, except for Kanye, they buried him. Can't talk about those people. Right. Lord Jammer. Okay, let me put this up. Anyone remember what he said? And they canceled him immediately. I think I still have the Newsweek article with him on the cover, and there was a big piece of tape across his mouth. And I think the title of it was Who Can Say What? Agent Orange, Dave Chappelle's done Whiteface, and I found it hilarious. Wasn't offended at all. It's comedy. There has to be a subject or no jokes. And so, Agent Orange, what some people are saying is, why can black comedians do it? But if white comedians do it, they are canceled. So we're just calling out the hypocrisy. Yeah, and I liked Don. Anyone remember why he was canceled? Does anyone remember what he said? I do. I never forgot it because I was just like, really? What are they doing here? And that really ushered in this, to me, in my opinion, cancel culture, which there had been some things. How you doing, Lanita? There had been some things that had happened prior to Don Imus. But to me, that one was the most prominent, where white people really had to say, whoa, they really had to be careful for what they were saying, because they would be canceled. Sponsorships would be gone in the blink of an eye. Okay. My girls, you don't remember this. Oh my God. You don't remember. This is when Candace Parker was playing college. This is before she went professional. And he was talking about how attractive Candace Parker was, but the girls on the other team said they look like nappy-headed hoes. Now those were his words exactly. Tina, yeah, they canceled Roseanne Barr. So and the reason, like I said, I'm tying this all together. He was canceled for mocking a women's basketball team, mostly black. Yeah. And he said that he was talking about, that Candace Parker basically she was nice looking, but he was talking about the black women on the other team looking like nappy-headed hoes. And the internet just blew up. I'll never forget it. Agent, I know some white folks are crazy. I just need to look in the mirror. Agent, you're all right with me, Agent Orange. And so, Maga, the only comparison I can come up with is the White Chicks and its opening night. Yes, I remember White Chicks with the Wayans brothers. Yes, I do remember that. Okay. So I'm going to refresh your memory because this was a while ago, and then life happens. He passed away in 2019, but this whole incident happened. Let me read this for you because I know many of you have forgotten. So let me bring it back to your remembrance. Don Imus, whose career as a disc jockey was made and then undone by his acid tongue during a decades-long rise to radio stardom and an abrupt public plunge. Yeah, so he said that and he was gone in an instant. I remember that. After a nationally broadcast racial slur, and he died in 2019. He was 79. And like I said, I liked his radio show, but he was canceled. So that was the end of that. Imus died Friday morning at Baylor Scott and White Medical Center in College Station, Texas, after being hospitalized since Christmas Eve, according to a statement issued by his family. And it said he was survived by his wife of 25 years, Deidre, and 2 sons. Imus, who survived drug and alcohol woes and several firings during his long career behind the microphone, sparked national outrage. And you know it well. You know the race hustlers came out for this one. Okay. Where am I? Okay. Yeah. During his long career behind the microphone sparked national outrage. He was eventually fired after describing the Rutgers women's basketball team as nappy-headed hoes. Any of you remember that? Maga, I just don't want myself in with all white people because then I would have to claim liberals. Okay, MAGA. Okay, Imus went on an apology tour. It didn't matter. They didn't stop until he got fired. Lord Jammer, that's what I'm saying. He apologized, and then he was thinking, black people say these things every day and nothing is said. Maga said, lump me and myself in with them. I'm sorry. That's okay. Lanita, racists don't like to have their behavior laughed at by everyone. It's kind of like how Paul Moody was back in the day. If we cannot look at everyone and see them for what they are, we're all done. Okay, good. Jeremiah, how are you, love? Agent Orange, my people do not require to be a certain shade. My people are my people because of who they are. Okay, Agent. My girls, it's the same thing he did with Hulk Hogan. Yes. All right. So this happened. So again, look at the year. I wanted to pull this up to show you. This happened in 2007. So his April 2007, okay, and this is ESPN, and we know they are woke central. His April 2007 racist and misogynistic crack about the mostly black team, an oft replayed 10-second snippet, crossed a line that Imus had long straddled as his rants catapulted him to prominence. So he was known for having a sharp tongue, folks. Okay. But it was funny whenever he said things. Um, the remark was heard coast to coast on 60 radio stations and the NBC cable network. So come on now, you knew what was coming. Imus, just 10 years earlier, named one of Time Magazine's 25 most influential Americans, became persona non grata for the remark, which he made repeated apologies for and acknowledged was completely inappropriate, thoughtless, and stupid. It didn't matter. I think it was Jammer that said it didn't matter what he said. They were not accepting his apology. His radio show was pulled 8 days later by CBS Radio. So again, that to me sort of ushered in the cancel culture, and it just went downhill from there. Tell me what your thoughts are about that. Jeremiah, I did not, Jeremiah, because I'm at work, so I did not see the video. Um, a lot of videos I have to catch on Saturday because when I come home from school and then I have to get ready for this live, so lots of times I don't catch them. Okay. Imus later collected a reported multi-million-dollar settlement of his 5-year contract. Yeah, because that's right. He was under contract for 5 years. I remember that. He soon returned to the airways with WABC Radio. Imus also was known for his off-air philanthropy. He ran a New Mexico ranch for dying children and a pediatric medical center at the Hackensack University Medical Center in New Jersey, which bears his name. In the decade before his slur against so you see how ESPN has it worded. They're calling it a slur. And again, hey, it's ESPN. So in a decade before his slur against the Rutgers team, Imus redefined his show by mixing his comedy segments with A-list guests, including politicians, journalists, and musicians. All right. But Imus rarely missed a chance to get in trouble, even in the good times. He engaged in a long-running feud with shock jock Howard Stern. Okay, we all remember him, who usurped Imus' position as the #1 morning host in New York City, and he outraged guests at the annual Radio and Television Correspondents Association dinner in 1996. Cracking wise, I guess it should be jokes, but cracking wise about President Bill Clinton's extramarital activities as the First Lady sat nearby. A White House spokesman called Imus bit fairly tasteless. Okay, so this is what I wanted you to see. A February 2006 profile in Vanity Fair contained the quote that might best serve as Imus's epithet. I talk to millions of people every day, he said, while riding home in a limousine after one show. I just like it when they can't talk back. Woo! So now that we revisited recent history, is that coming back to everyone's memory? Oh my God, they lambasted Imus. Like I said, I think I still have the cover of I think I still have the Time magazine with him, because after he was fired, even before he was fired, they had him on the cover of Time magazine with a big piece of, look, I don't know if it was that electrical tape, some type of tape over his mouth. Who can say what? You can Google it and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right. So we're done with that. Oh my goodness. Could everyone see that the article that I had up? I hope that you could. Yeah, okay. All right, hit the like button for me, please, folks. Now let me show you. And I just uploaded a short, so make sure you check it out. And you know, Jason Whitlock, he catches a lot of flack, but he's also always calling out the hypocrisy of the left. And that's one reason that I really like watching Jason Whitlock. Okay. What are your thoughts on this, folks? Well, I must got too comfortable and didn't know how to be quiet. I've heard FBA say the same and worse about people and didn't get all the way upset. You have to not racially offend and be polite. Okay, Lanita. All right. Comedy and freedom of speech is one thing, but downgrading and making fun of people should be hands off, because when it comes from either side, it can be hurtful. Yeah, and we're saying, okay, Jeremiah, I'll catch it tomorrow. Thank you. Agent Orange, people completely lost their minds over the nappy-headed hoes comment. I remember. Yes, Agent, oh my God. They were just crashing out. So I always love Jason Whitlock's take. He and Shamika Michelle, she is a host on his show frequently. And I love her take, because I'm to the point, I told you, at my age, whatever someone says, I'm like, whatever. It is not that serious. All right. So let's see what Jason Whitlock had to say. Because again, he always has an excellent commentary. Here we go. Hit the like button as we wait for this to get queued up. Hold on. He has this countdown going. So we're going to move ahead so we can get right to where we want to be. All right. So tell me what your thoughts are, folks. Okay. Let's get the likes up. Thank you, Jammer. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're just a few subbies away. All right, here we go. Let me know what you think about his commentary. If you like his point of view, and Shamika Michelle, let me know what you think about her point of view. I'm trying to keep up with your comments in the comments.
Harmony Channel, Jason Whitlock, and my Ace Boone Coon. Is that Ace Boone? Let me look that up to make sure I'm not insulting Shamika. My BFF Shamika Michelle joining me is Ace. Oh wow, Ace Boone Coon. That is bad. Shamika. Oh man, Ace Boone Coon is an African American English term for a best friend or a person closest and most loyal companion. So I do think it's accurate. You are the most loyal person on the show. The phrase uses ace to, oh man, I didn't, Ace Boone Coon, this is the first time I'd ever looked at it. But anyway, my Ace Boone Coon is here. I guess.
Anyone ever heard someone say that's my Ace Boone Coon? Type it in the comment section. I've heard it 1,000 times.
We can get away with saying that, Shamika, just like Druski, the internet comedian sensation who's really going mainstream. He's getting in movies. I saw him on First Take. I've seen him everywhere. He did a NASCAR video spoofing white guys.
Now, has everyone seen the video? Tijuana, how you doing, Tijuana? Has everyone at least seen the video before? Because I mean, I am going to share it with you, but I still wanted to know if you had seen it yourself on your own. Yes, my girls, it is. You have not. Okay, you're gonna see it today. It's coming up here shortly. Okay. Okay, Greg, you haven't. Tijuana, you haven't. Okay, here we go. How you doing, Monique? Hit the like button, folks. Thank you so much.
That I don't think white guys could spoof black guys in this way. He went full whiteface. It's big deal, little deal, no deal. Let's play the clip. This is 2 minutes, 18 seconds. Let's play the clip and then we'll discuss whether it's funny, whether it's appropriate, whether it's hypocritical, whether it's a big deal, little deal, or no deal. Play the clip.
Here's the love. Here's the honor. If you can't come in her, come on her. Yeah!
Okay, let me turn that. Okay.
Born in the USA. Hey, Suanna. She's not listening. Hey, come on. You need to listen to your nana. Go ahead, baby. 6 o'clock. Girl, you crazy now. Hey, me, Ma. How you doing, baby? How you doing, baby? Good. All right, now. Mama. Hey, you lost, boy? No, I'm going to the race. What race? NASCAR race. You going to NASCAR? Yes, sir. A little bit. You ain't lost, did you? No, I'm good. I'm going to the race, sir. Sure about that? Yes, sir. Find something safe to do, boy. Yeah. If liquor don't kill us, pussy must. Baby. Oh, that's fucking a go. I think Dan Arthur. Dan Arthur. Oh, South Dakota. Yeah. Proud to be American.
So again, I don't know who did the makeup. Give them an Oscar. That makeup was impeccable. My girls, I'm not trying to be funny, but I can tell his whole getup is fat. Yeah, how could they not tell that was a wig? Because that hair was over the top. Where are we here? By how it jiggles when it moves, it doesn't float. Yeah, it just, to me, I can look at that and be like, okay, that is a wig. He looks like Junior Samples. I don't know who that is, Tijuana. So Lord Jammer, okay. And so again, Maga is the one who said it for. Yeah, that makeup was impeccable because they did make him look like a white man. And all we're saying is if he's allowed to do that, don't say anything when white people do blackface. I'm just saying we can't have two sets of standards, right? Lanita, I saw it and took a minute to realize it was him. The makeup was good. Yes. My white friends also thought it was funny and true to a lot of the real redneck character. Oh, okay, Lanita. So, there were some white Americans were complaining and some were laughing. So, Jeremiah, I don't think this is as bad as Mel Brooks' Blazing Saddles. And that's only bad if you're thin skinned. Yeah, I love Blazing Saddles. MAGA, I can't even wear a browser or I'm called racist. Tijuana, Rolynn, I'm shocked you don't know. Oh, Tijuana. I didn't know him by that name. Okay, yes, I do. I know about Hee Haw. Oh my goodness. Yes, I didn't know. I forgot his name, but I know who you're talking about. All right, here we go.
All right, let's start here. Can we put up a regular picture of Druski for people that may not know him Haven't seen him. Didn't catch him last week on First Take. Yeah, so there's Druski. As I'm sure looks like some sort of African American to me, but plays black for the internet, I'm sure. Anyway, Shamika, let's start here. Is the skit funny? And if so, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest level, what level of funny is this?
I guess I would give it about a 4 or 5, Jason, but I have a very weird sense of humor. So it's a lot of things that I don't find funny. And then there are things that I absolutely crack up at that people say, that's not funny, but it's hilarious to me. So I'm not the right person to judge the level of funny because, like I said, I'm very weird when it comes to my sense of humor.
Yeah, I would call this a 2 in terms of humor. And there was one joke early that was really blue and inappropriate that I have to admit I found funny. I didn't hear it the first time I heard it, but it's a very inappropriate joke, but it did make me laugh. Other than that, I didn't find this funny. I found it more intentionally provocative and just trolling. Hey, I'm going to do whiteface, and white people can't do blackface. And I'm going to portray a white redneck in the worst way possible. And so I didn't find it that funny. And I found it as like, hey, I have privileges. I can do things that white comedians can't. So I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the hypocrisy of
which on this channel, those of you who've been here for a while, you know we are always talking about hypocrisy. And that's why I wanted to do this video. Oh, my girls, you said you and Shamika Michelle have the same sense of humor. You give it a 1. Yeah, you know, and I like the old, you know me, I'm into the old school comedians. Hey, I can go back to what's his Jerry Clouder. Let me see, who else did I really like back in the day? I never liked Eddie Murphy. I never liked the people, you know, the recent people. Cedric the Entertainer back in the day was good. Richard Pryor he was all right. But Tina, it is hypocrisy. We know. He's not on the floor laughing until I cry. Funny, but it's an attempt. Okay, it's only funny to me because I know he's doing whiteface. Yeah, in my opinion, it dredges up old wounds for sensitive people. Okay, my girls. All right, here we go.
That bothers me. If I was, you know, I'm not offended by the video. The video's harmless, but it's just really, really hypocritical, and it's intentionally done to inflame white people, and that's where he's going to get the traction off of.
Yeah, you know, I felt like it was harmless as well. I didn't think anything of it when I saw it. I think the most I thought about it was that I have a similar hat in my closet, and so that was kind of funny to me. But I do see the hypocrisy in it. When you think about the fact that Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel had to apologize for previous blackface skits they did.
Okay, do you all remember that when they had to apologize when they did blackface? How many of you are old enough to remember that? How you doing, Spivey Spy? So again, my girls, Jason's always on point. He's always calling out the hypocrisy of the left. And that's what it is. If black people can do it, white people can do it too. So don't start, oh my God, that racist, and the white people are having to apologize. Look at what the black people are saying. You don't remember Monique? Okay. And like I said, again, I like the older comedians. I'll see if you remember this one. I can't get no respect. Rodney Dangerfield, I always loved. So I never got into the Eddie Murphys and all these other people. Samora I liked when she first came out back in the 90s. I used to look at Samora and Cedric the Entertainer. They were funny. But Holiday Inn had a scene with Bing Crosby and Blackface Jeremiah. I remember that. Rodney Dangerfield, yes. Oh my God. Mayor, yes. I always loved Rodney Dangerfield, always. And Leslie Nielsen, he was hilarious. Oh my God. Okay, here we go.
That weren't actually really blackface. They were trying to be brown faced people. I think one was imitating Chris Rock, another was trying to imitate maybe Magic Johnson or something. I can't remember. So the fact that white people can't do this without having to apologize, I see the hypocrisy in it. And I do understand the white people that are online saying this is hypocritical. We could never do this, because we've seen them have to backtrack over old videos and apologize. Sarah Silverman had to come out and say that she felt ignorant for her blackface stuff. So they do have to apologize, and they can't get away with it. This is what people have been saying for a while now, that there are things that Black people can say and do that white people can't say and do. And, maybe it's hypocritical, but it is actually the truth. It's just a fact. We can get away with pretty much saying and doing anything.
And I am going to do a video there are a lot of Black people on social media talking about how racist they are and they don't like white people. So I'm going to do a video on that. And like I said, they're saying everything and no one says a word to them. Why is that? Bernie Mac. Okay. Monique, I didn't get into Bernie Mac. I remember who he was, though. I never liked his comedy or looked at his show. Now, I like Dave Chappelle. He was hilarious, especially when he was playing Mr. Bixby, that older Black man that was in the KKK. Anyone remember that skit? Oh, my God. Talk about funny. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Chappelle and as Mr. Bixby. Oh, my God. If you've seen that, type it in the comment section. Hilarious. That was that old Black man that was blind, and he was in the KKK. And he was at the Klan meeting, white power. And, it was hilarious. MAGA. I have a charcoal mask that turns black once it's dry. I opened the door for a delivery guy and completely forgot I was wearing it. Oh, the look on his face. MAGA, he probably like, what is she doing? Red Fox was good. Yes, Lanita. Paul Moody, I didn't get into. Dave Chappelle, yes. Rodney Dangerfield. And I love, how many of you remember Jerry Clouder? Oh, my God. And he was a Southern, he was an older Southern guy. And but he has some stories to tell about Marcel and just he had that Southern twang. Oh, my God. Hilarious. Greg, you remember Jerry Clouder? Rodney Danger, many others used to get raked over the coals for comedy skits. If it don't offend someone and make you laugh, get your money back. Lanita. I barely remember what I did yesterday. Oh, okay, Jeremiah. Greg remembers Jerry Clouder. Yes. Oh, my God. Here we go.
And I can hear people right now saying, so maybe that's a good thing. There was, hey, during slavery, there were things white people could do that Black people couldn't do. During Jim Crow, there were things white people could do that Black people couldn't do. So, they just got to deal with it. So they can't make racist jokes. They should just get over with it. Why are they so desperate to make racist jokes? Why is Druski? Why are you interested in laughing at them? What's the solution here? And I think the solution here is not to stop Druski from doing what he wants to do, but it's this whole blackface thing, particularly when people on Halloween want to dress up as Michael Jackson or dress up as Martin Luther King or whatever. We need to legalize that and quit pretending to be offended that some white person on Halloween dressed up like Rick James or Jay-Z or whomever. And we should legalize comedians to crack whatever joke they want to crack and quit pretending like our panties get all up and, oh my God, when a white person cracks a joke on black people, it's racist. We got to man up. Are we man enough for this freedom or not? That to me is the solution. Let everybody do what they want. Let's quit the cosplay.
Absolutely. That's the solution for me as well. Some people would say, oh, we shouldn't laugh at either side. But I find both jokes equally offensive and funny. They're funny to me. I like offensive jokes. You know, I have a very crass or sometimes dark sense of humor. So that type of stuff is absolutely funny to me. I would say let everybody do it. If you find it funny, laugh. If you don't watch it.
Yep.
That's the way I feel with most things on the internet. If I'm not interested in it, I just don't pay attention to it. But I think everybody should be allowed. And again, I see the hypocrisy in it, that they get so offended when someone white tries to do the same thing. I don't get offended at monkey.
Monique, I guess you stepped away for a moment. That's what I said. I love that skit where Chappelle is that older black man, Mr. Bigsby. You must have stepped away because I just mentioned that a few minutes earlier. I love it. And he's that older black man, he's blind and he's in the KKK. Hilarious. Woo. Oh my God. Oh no, I draw the line with her sense of humor and comedy. Who? I don't know. I must have missed it. Okay. Jeremiah was considered Hank Williams' worst selling record. Okay.
Jokes or usual suspect references. I see all of that type of stuff online. Let them do what they're going to do and laugh or not, but let everybody at least attempt to say something funny.
I'm about to contradict myself a little bit because I'm saying, hey, what Druski's doing is harmless. I don't think these jokes, particularly when executed in a real way and they speak to a real truth, because as we were talking this morning, it's just like Druski, this redneck guy that's in his car or standing somewhere and just spitting at the feet of black people. The reason I consider that harmless is because that's not a reflection of reality. Good old boy, redneck guy who may be racist. He's not looking for that type of smoke, that he's not trying to trigger a physical reaction or a conflict. He might he might use the hard R behind someone's back. He may get heated and use the hard R in a confrontation, but just, hey, someone's walking by and I'm gonna spit at their feet. That's not what's going on. And so that's why I call it harmless, because it doesn't get at any truth. And good comedy really isn't harmless. It has a purpose. It speaks to a greater truth. And so and that's why I'm almost thinking like it would be healthy to legalize black and white comedians to get at some of the truth here of irresponsible parenting of kids, irresponsible producing of kids. You know, if somebody wanted to do blackface and show overweight women in Lululemon pants like they got bodies like they are a supermodel, I'm all for it because it gets at the truth, and maybe it will, running around with your pants halfway off your butt.
He's talking about, and I'm sure some of you see some of these videos where women are wearing clothes that are about 3 sizes too small, and you can count every roll. That's what he's talking about. Maybe start calling people out. Maybe they'll do better. That's what Jason is saying. Booker T, how you doing? Booker T says, I personally believe Black Americans should walk away from all sports and entertainment, at most sports for hell. Okay, Booker T, hit that like button for me, please, dear. So Booker T, they'll never do that. They're making millions of dollars in sports as well as entertainment. So I don't think they're going to do that. I know at the end, but I'm not too sure what the R is. Oh, that when they say, okay, Michael, let me think of a way to explain it to you so YouTube won't block the video. So You could use the word bigger or bigger. Does that make sense? Bigger would be Bigger. Bigger would be Bigga. You see the difference? Replace the B with an N. That's what we're talking about. Is that? I hope I explained that, Maga, where you could understand it. All right, here we go.
If people should be able to ridicule that, maybe it would put a stop. We should be laughing at guys that are making it harder for them to walk because their pants are hanging off their butt. I mean, I just like, who wants to go to all this effort when you got to walk in a funny way just to keep your pants up? I would love to see some like truthful comedy that isn't harmless, and maybe it would be a good way of producing better behavior if we were laughing at the right misbehavior.
Yeah, I would love to see someone white imitate a black woman standing in McDonald's, knocking all the stuff off the counter and upset because her fries weren't hot. I would actually laugh at that, and maybe it would allow them to take a step back and say, wait a minute, we need to get ourselves together because this just isn't cool. I will say this morning, Jason, when Hadley was saying, no, it happens, when you said they're not spitting at the feet of black guys, I found that funny because it sounded like Hadley was saying, it does happen, Jason. I did it just yesterday. Sorry, Hadley, I love you. He was adamant.
Very adamant, and he normally gets most adamant when he's dead wrong. Stuff that he's right about, he's never really passionate about. But it's the stuff that he's dead wrong about that he gets most passionate. And it did. This morning we had a very interesting conversation because there's this comedian, Leonarda Joni. She's really politically incorrect. She cracks jokes on blacks and Jews all the time. And she's been banned and shadow banned and demonetized. And, you know, and literally I was trying to make the point to Hadley is like, hey man, when white people crack jokes similar to what Druski does, there's real consequences. It's like, because Leonarda is funny and she's really politically incorrect. She has to do shows on the low. Like, she came to Nashville and I went to go see her perform, and you didn't get to find out where the venue was until an hour before the show. They had to tell you, like, because again, it had to be, if she showed up at a regular venue and everybody knew, there would be protesters, the venue would take heat. And so there's real consequence where Druski can do this and he'll be on ESPN next week. He'll be cast in a movie. Nothing's going to stop for him. He can be as racist and as unfunny as he wants to be and still get opportunities, where for white comedians, it's much more difficult. Anyway, we should have invited Hadley to this conversation because, you know, Hadley will stand 10 toes down on being dead wrong. And that would have been interesting. You got a final thought? And if not, we can just end this and I can let you go.
No final thought. I'm just still laughing at him telling us it is happening in 2025. And I just can't see it happening. The way we see them always posting about how black people or black boys crash out and you have to be worried about them. I just can't see them spitting at someone's feet. But, you know, hey, according to Hadley, it's still happening. He did it just yesterday.
Yeah, I'm right here in Nashville. There's rednecks in Nashville, and you know, you go to these honky tonks and bars and whatever. You got people with the Confederate flag tatted on their arm, and I'm just sorry, and it's not because I'm famous, because you know, I'm not famous like that. But you meet them people with a warm and friendly, cooperative smile and energy, and that's how they greet you. I've lived it. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've set up and had conversations. This dude got a Confederate tattoo on his flag, and we just sitting up here talking about sports and college football and laughing back and forth with each other and being as respectful to each other as possibly can be. You tend to get the energy you put out, but let me. I'll end this on this note as it relates to Hadley. This is the kind of stuff that Hadley does. It's like the next time I see Hadley, this is what he's capable of doing, just and thinking he's being funny. He'll spit at my feet and think that he's cracked some amazing joke. And when he gets fired, he'll have no idea why. He'll know, what do you mean? It's just a joke.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I wanted to cover this, like I said, because Jammer, boom. How you doing, Big Cat? Thank you for the super chat, love. I just sent you some cat hearts in the chat. Lisa Leslie. Oh, okay, Monique. And I always love her take. She always has an excellent analogy. I thought he knew the guy. Oh, I don't know, Maga. We don't know because he was doing a lot in that video. So I don't know if he did or he didn't, but sometimes these pranks go awry and someone gets hurt. So I'm not sure. They didn't say. But my final analysis, this is what I want to do is read Lanita's comment. Rolynn, can you put a W where the B is for white ratchet folks as a negative? The term Karen was originally about white cray-cray women, but is usable for anyone who's acting like a nutty butt. Oh yeah, Lanita, I've watched several shorts that said Karen goes berserk or Karen destroys McDonald's, and they were black women. So a Karen is, like you said, someone who was a nutty buddy. It doesn't matter what color you are. So yeah, Karen can be any color. And yeah, where are we here? My girls, yes, the Guess Who's Coming to Dinner with Sidney Poitier and Spencer Tracy, Katharine Hepburn. I know all the old. I love the old classics. True Texan, how you doing? True Texan says Karen is colorblind. They just act like a fool. Boom. True Texan, you joined us right on time, dear. That's what I said. I have watched so many clips, black and white women just acting cuckoo. So if you're acting crazy and off your rocker, you are a Karen. Has no color. It's colorblind, True Texan. True Texan, what happened last night, love? Now, I had to go to bed because I get up really early. So anyway, there you go. But that's my review. I gave you my opinion. Texan. Facts, always. Druski with white face, white guy with black face. Wonder what kind of reaction they would have gotten. P. Greg, the internet would have crashed. Same time and place. And that's what we're saying. We're calling out the hypocrisy when white people do it. Oh my God, they're racist, they're canceled. But black people are allowed to do and say whatever with no ramifications. And we're saying, just like I feel just like Shamika Michelle and Jason Whitlock. You can't have a double standard, two sets of rules. So if black people can say it, well, guess what? White people can say it too. And that's, that's what I wanted to share with you. Now, what are your thoughts? Jeremiah, have a cop joke that I told a couple of cops in a small town in Kentucky. And the one told his partner that I think we got politely offended. Yeah. Jeffrey, the internet almost right. True Texan. Are you old enough to remember? Because you weren't here. Do you remember when we really ushered in this cancel culture? Norma Freeman, yeah. Oh, yeah. Can't everybody just get along? Yes, Margo, that's what we need to do. And let's be clear, folks. Life is too short. I would rather laugh and have a good time than walk around with a chip on my shoulder, being the freaking word cop, policing everything that someone says to see if it's racist or if it's a microaggression. Look, I don't have that kind of time. Lanita, no one ever says anything when Asians and others dance and put makeup on like Michael Jackson in talent shows. Yeah. How you doing, partner? Checking in from work. How you doing, love? Glad you're here. And that's what I'm saying, Lanita. If one can do it, then all should be able to do it. And that's my point. That's my point. How you doing, Baldwin Birds? I didn't know you were here, love. And so, True Texan, to me, it started at the Me Too and kneeling of the national anthem, but then got on steroids with the LBG. True Texan, let me tell you what you missed. Do you remember Don Imus? In my opinion, it really started in 2007 when they canceled Don Imus. And I mean, that's when they really ramped it up. Lanita, I like to see talent shows with Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson. Yeah, I like everything. Chris Tucker's imitation of Michael Jackson. Oh yeah, Greg, that's funny. Yes, he was a loudmouth, but if you do not like, yeah, True Texan. But do you remember what happened to him? You weren't here. I actually pulled up his information because everyone had forgotten because it has been since 2007. Do you remember when he called the ladies on the Rutgers team? Said that, well, at this time they were playing against, I think Candace, was she with the University of Tennessee? And Ima said, okay, I'll bring it back to your memory. Ima said that Candace Parker was a nice looking woman, but he said the women that were playing for Rutgers, he called them nappy headed hoes. And they canceled him. He apologized. He went on a apology tour. They still canceled him. You remember that, Monique? You remember that? 2007. Yes. And he wound up on I still have the magazine somewhere. He wound up on the cover of Newsweek magazine with a big piece of tape across his mouth. And it said, who can say what? Let me see if I can Google that. Because I remember that like it happened today. Just like it happened today. True Texan, that is out of line, but lots of things out of line, in my opinion. I do not, and that's what I am, my True Texan. If there's something I don't like, it's like social media. People jump on social media, they jump here with YouTube is social media, and they say horrible things about people that they would never say in person. That's why I just let it run off my back. True Texan, people jump on YouTube and call me all kinds of words. I don't give a care. I know I'm not those things. And even if I was, what's it to them? Let me type this in. And I want to show you what I'm talking about. Who can say what? I remember that like it was today. And I want to show you the because I don't know, I think that magazine is at school, so I can't show it to hold it up and show it to you. Oh my God, let me see. And you remember Don Imus? Yeah, he would. Let me see. Who can say what? All right, 2007. He had a sharp tongue anyway. Here it is. Let me pull this up and show this to you. I told you I remember it like it was today. That's how I was able. I remember exactly and just what I told you. That's the wording I gave you. That's exactly how it's worded. And I haven't looked at that magazine cover in years. I'll pull that up and share that with you now. Because even back then in 2007, I was like, what is the big deal? And like I said, I liked Don Imus. He was sharp-tongued a little bit, but you know, let me show you. See if anyone remembers this magazine cover. Okay. Oh my goodness. True Texan. Do you think there would be a Fred Sanford? No, True Texan. They would never make a show like that today because it would hurt someone's feelings. Oh, okay. Can everyone see this? Let me see. Da, 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 da. Can everyone see? All right. Tijuana border jumper. How about that congressman that said his grandpa used to hire 50 to 60 wetbacks to pick tomatoes? He was not offended. I almost choked with laughter. Yeah. And you know, older people say things that they're used to saying. What are you going to do? The best thing to do again is laugh and keep it moving. I'm not much on censorship support. If everyone got canceled for saying something insensitive, we'd all be on mute. Boom. Thank you, Spy v Spy. Because I always say we all have said or done something that was inappropriate. We all have, we all do. That's life. And True Texan, I still look at Fred Sanford. I still look at All in the Family. I look at All in the Family every Sunday night because it's on MeTV. They're on from 8 to 10. So it doesn't bother me. Yes, you know, Archie is calling the Jefferson spades and spooks and all this, and I just laugh. What, you know, what the heck? Rolynn, there's a YouTuber named Nappy Headed Jojoba. She plays that soundbite at the end of every video. What soundbite? Monique, let me know. Speaking of sharp tongue, he says whatever he wants and gets away with it, and he's not joking. Mayor, say it again for the people in the back. The black race hustlers are allowed to say anything. Nothing is said to them. Oh my God, where are we? Did I just miss it? There will never be another All in the Family. No, Lord Jammer, iconic. I also like Good Times. Yes. Maud, who said, someone typed in Tijuana, and then there's Maud, and then there is Maud. Oh my God, I love Maud. Yes. Yeah, Monique is laughing. Nappy head hell. No one remembers this Newsweek cover. I told you, I still have it. Who can say what? Yep. They canceled him quick. Nell Carter. Oh yeah, give me a break. Yeah, I remember. God rest her soul. Oh my God. So that's pretty much. And I uploaded another short today. For those that don't know, I tell you, Ice Baby, they are doing it. They raided a wait a minute. Let me get this right. They raided a Hyundai plant in Georgia, and ICE arrested over 450 undocumented workers. I think they're from Korea, though, if I'm not mistaken. So just so you know, ICE is on it. So make sure you check out. As you can see, I'm trying to start uploading more shorts. So if you will, check out my shorts. Let me get this, get back to where I'm supposed to be with you. Hit that like button. Share this stream out on your various forms of social media. And since the NFL season started last night, I did a video. I don't know if any of you are aware of it. I'm going to drop that link. The Minnesota Vikings fan base, of course, mostly men. Many of them are saying they're going to cancel their season tickets because they've hired male cheerleaders. And yeah, true Texan, I do not care where they are from, if illegal, some real Americans. True Texan, you're new here. And what I have been doing, I'll come on and do a live and I'll tell everyone where the jobs have opened up. And I say, look, Americans, go get those jobs. Go get them. I'm like you, True Texan, Americans first. And these companies, True Texan, I wish Trump would hold them accountable, because they, if they didn't give them jobs, maybe they would stay home. Maybe, just putting Americans out of work. I can't go for that. Korean illegals. Yes, Tijuana, over 450. God, no, that's 450 jobs that some Americans can go and apply for now. Jeremiah, you've seen it? Okay, good. Yeah, I did a short. I just uploaded the short before I came on this live. So make sure you're checking out my shorts, because I'm trying to start uploading them again when I get time. Anyway, life doesn't ask, it just happens. But let me see if I can drop the link for the short. Will it let me? No. But anyway, if you go to my shorts feed, you'll see it. I just uploaded it before I came on. They're not paying them the wage they're supposed to, and they don't want to pay Americans. Boom, Jeffrey, there it lies the problem. MAGA. Barack Obama talking about young boys needing gay role models should just tell everyone they are doing their best to indoctrinate us. Yes, that's what he's doing. True Texan, excuse me. Government needs to find them and look at the HR department for illegal activity. Yes, True Texan, I'm all for that. Yes. My girls, I agree. I want Trump to make them pay up for hiring. Yes, they need to. If they're not penalized, they're going to continue to do it. You know what? These companies need to hire some workers. How was that only 22,000 jobs created? Yeah, because Trump is deporting these people. And now they can hire Americans like they should have been doing from the start. Jeremiah, I saw your shorts, but I'm not sure about anything before this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I uploaded one, Jeremiah, just before I came on live. Lanita, ICE has a job fair. The benefits and starting salary, $50,000, good insurance, dropped student loans, training and future opportunities. If I was 25 to 30, I'd be applying. Lanita, you got it. I would too. True Texan, I'm fed up with the monkey noise about them being here. Round them up and send them back. Yeah, let's get them out of here and continue to open up these jobs for Americans. I'm all for that. It used to be a $10,000 fine to hire illegals. Pete Gregg, we need to find out what it is now. What is the purpose of an I-9 if illegals get jobs like nothing? Boom. Tijuana, say it again for the people in the back. I'm with you. I'm told we're on the same page. Yes, we are. All right. So that's all I have. I think there's going to be some protests tomorrow. Last Saturday, if you were not here, we were streaming for like 5 hours plus. If there are protests going on tomorrow, which I think there are supposed to be, just check. I'll jump on as soon as the protests start. I'll jump on and start streaming. And I'll have the stream going, and I may be in and out of the stream, but you can jump in, and I'll be here talking, and then I may go do something, and then I'll come back and talk again. So just check to see if I have a live stream going tomorrow for as the protests are going on. Groceries may go up because we have to replace our truck drivers with American citizens. English, yeah, Jeffrey, I heard that. They're scamming using iPhones. Hey, Jeremiah, leave the iPhones alone. You too, Lanita. Hope to see you tomorrow, love. And I'll probably be live tomorrow. Again, I may come on and let the live stream run as the protests are happening, and then I'll come on probably tomorrow 7:30, 8 o'clock ish or something like that. Just depends on how long the live stream goes on. Okay. Monique, they're still protesting about ICE. They're still protesting about Donald Trump. The same old stuff. MAGA, I think they're trying to scare people. They've been saying our costs were going to go up this whole time, but they're just going down, even with Democratic states fighting it. Yes, good point. So that's all I have for you. And we're done. Mayor, they're protesting because of ICE. They're protesting because Trump is sending out the National Guard. They're not saying they're really protesting against Trump. Let's just go ahead and be clear and call it what it is, okay? They're not coming out saying they're protesting against Trump. But tell me you're protesting against Trump without telling me you're protesting against Trump. We know what this is. We see through the scam. They're protesting. They're angry. Good night. Hope to see you tomorrow. Me too, True Text, and love you. Take care. Be safe. Drop in our live stream tomorrow. I'll get it going as soon as the protests start. They're really just being paid. Yeah, they're being paid. I've saved about $300 a month since Trump came in. Whoa, Greg. Wow. All right. I'm going to let you go. I enjoyed you. If you enjoyed this stream, give me a thumbs up and a share. Yeah, good night, everyone. Stay safe. Yes, God bless all of you. And I'll be on tomorrow. Just check. I'll get the live stream going whenever the protesting starts. So I'm coming to talk to you right now in the comment section. Don't forget, once I end the live stream, if you will, come under the video and leave a comment. And I may not answer you tonight, but I will answer you tomorrow. You will be answered. All right. I love you. Be safe. And I'm coming to talk to you right now in the comment section.